Hello, how are you guys doing today? Wonderful to see all of you here. All right, so you ready to embark on this journey? If you're watching this, you're definitely an enlightened being, spiritual journey, and you're gonna learn some stuff that may blow your mind and may take you to the next level of existence or manifesting. All right. Manifesting your desires, manifesting destroyers that will stop you in your track from moving forward and getting what you want in your life. Doubt, worry, fear, procrastination, disbelief. Those are your manifesting destroyers. Doubt, worry, fear, disbelief, and time. It's time for you to suspend your disbelief. It's time for you to let go of what no longer serves you. It's actually time for you to wake up to your true power or your true being. Let me put something to you. You do not have any idea how the world operates. You don't have any idea how you operate. Everything that you are doing right now, if this video is finding you for the first time, if you've been watching me for a while, then you're on the right track. But just to overall sum it up for you, everything that you are doing, that you are thinking, whatever it is not the way it works. It is not who you are. You are living in a matrix of the mind. You are living in an illusion, carefully crafted by beings and people in a society 10,000 feet above you, the ceiling point from where you can breathe air. You are trapped in a system that is shrinking you down from realizing your true capabilities. When you got here, you were already gods. You are masters of the quantum world. I see some of you watch my last video. I don't understand when you say you leave a room, it disappears. I will teach you and I'll show you. Look, I have to put this in the easiest way for you to understand so I don't sound the retrotypical, but I will put it to you in a way that you can understand. You're inhabiting a physical body. You were gods, and when you came down here, you forgot that you were gods. Who made you forget that you were gods? The Matrix. The world you live in. The things you eat, breathe, smell, taste. They are not what and who you truly are. Let me put this in perspective for you so you can understand what I'm saying. So you can see how this stuff works. Everything that you see right now has been programmed into a part of your body or a part of your mind. And this program is running right now as we speak. The reason it's so hard for you to get out of this program, because most of you have never ever heard of a program. Most of you have never heard it this way. The simple fact is, doubt, fear, worry, disbelief, lack of self-confidence, anything that makes you feel not good, down, depression, anxious, anxiety, that is called an experience. It has no meaning on what the true grandeur of life is. You are succumbing to these things through mind control, through a part of your mind called your intellect mind, which interacts with emotions inside of you. You allow these emotions to override you or overturn your creative mind. When your creative mind is off balance, you are off balance. All right, so I'm going to put it another way to you. If someone says to me, I don't have any trust, I can't trust myself, I can't trust that person, I'm confident that it's not going to work, I don't have much confidence. Let's go back to the word trust. I don't trust that this will work. You are trusting. That's still trust. You're trusting it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm not confident. You're confident that you're not confident. It's a paradox. You see what I'm showing you? All right. Let me make it easier for you to understand. Let's use the word purpose. Purpose. All of you, right? If you're a spiritual person, consciousness being, what is the main topic or the main theme you hear when you talk about changing your life, mastering your world? What did they tell you? You have to find your purpose. Right? Will you agree? How many of you right now on this live are looking for your purpose? How's that going? Why is it so hard to find your purpose? You want me to tell you why it's so hard to find your purpose? Because you don't understand how purpose works and what is purpose. You don't even understand how reality works. So let me put it to you this way. If you're trying to find your purpose, you will never find your purpose because the purpose doesn't exist. If you're trying to wait for your purpose, you're waiting in vain because that doesn't exist. Let me put it to you another way. I'll make it simple for you. How do you see the world? Through your own lens, right? Through your own eyes. I see the world through my own eyes, correct? So we all see the world through our own eyes. What you see through your eyes comes from a consciousness. So you're the only one seeing things through your life. So if you want to find your purpose, you ready for this? Make one up. That's what purpose is. There is nobody up there ready to shoot purpose down to you. Only person up there is your authentic self, which is you. Your purpose is whatever you want it to be in your life. Okay, let me get deeper to you. Did you know that you could sit right here today and you say to yourself, my life is so boring, I have no purpose. Congratulations, you just made your purpose. That's a purpose. The universe is going to mirror back to you, my life is so boring, I have no purpose. Now you wake up and you watch and say, oh my God, this guy just told me something deep. Okay, my purpose is to help people and make money. Congratulations, you just got a purpose. The universe now will mirror back to you and says, there's your purpose. My point is this, people, there is no such thing as a one and all purpose. Purpose is what you create on the go. It's a rendering thing, man. Your purpose could be, my purpose is I'm going to chill at home all day and observe people and just become spiritually enlightened. That's going to be your purpose. My purpose is, you know what? I think I want to change the world. I think I want to become an architect. That's your purpose. My purpose is, you know, I think I'm going to go win the lottery. That's your purpose. My purpose, you know what? I think I want to start my own business. That's your purpose. I think I want to become more self-development. I want to improve myself. I want to gain more knowledge and understanding. That's your purpose. There is nobody shooting purpose down to you. There's no predestination for purpose. Overall purpose is you making purpose. Now, if you want to talk about an overall purpose, there is such thing as an overall purpose. You know what it is? You know what everyone's overall purpose is? To exist and to experience whatever they want in existence. That's your purpose. So if you're bugging your brain, all right, let me put it to you another way then. Make it even easier for you to understand again. All right. If there was such thing as a purpose that you're waiting for, why haven't you gotten it then? If there's your higher self up there waiting to shoot your purpose down to you, why didn't you have it? The reason you don't have it is because it doesn't exist. It can never exist because you are the one generating purpose, man. You live in a mirror universe, a mirror world that reflects back to you in information of energy, streams. These information, they travel to you and they reflect back to you. There's only one player in this game. It's you, a conscious being, a consciousness that is streaming itself down into one fractal point of a being, a man, a woman, a child, a kid, whatever you want to call it. That's the only person in this game. And the only person in this game takes only orders from the only person in this game, which is you. When you go up and say your purpose, your authentic self look back down to you and say, okay, that's your purpose. It's not, okay, let me ask you this question. Let me put it to you this way. All right. Would you hide anything from yourself? Of course not. You're not going to hide anything from yourself, right? Why the heck would your higher self hide anything from you? It's yourself. Yourself is not going to hide purpose from you. He's going to look at you. When you say, where's my purpose? He's going to say, huh? Where's your purpose? You got to tell the purpose. It's a mirror world. A mirror, you go a mirror. Let's use a mirror, simplest way. You look in a mirror can only ever reflect back to you what you see. The mirror cannot conjure up, create something different. If you see your hair out of place, your hair is going to be out of place in the mirror. You can't look in the mirror and make your hair go into place. It doesn't just work like that. It reflects back to you what you are. Now, when you go with the mirror, if you don't like yourself in the mirror, you think the mirror is going to talk to you back and say, hey, man, you don't like yourself. The mirror don't even care. The mirror is just going to show you what you want to see. That's how the universe works. It's a show and tell. It's not a show and judge. It's not a, hey, you did that. It's none of that stuff. So whenever you're in a state of doubt and disbelief and all that stuff, you're in those states because that's what you want to experience. Point blank. They don't actually exist. Doubt cannot exist. Fear cannot exist. Disbelief cannot exist. You know why they can't exist? Let's see how smart you are. Why can't fear, doubt, worry, and disbelief exist? Anyone know the answer to that? Okay, they cannot exist because they are languages that are constructed by man. It's a man-made system. Anything that man creates will always be flawed. Anything that is a natural form of creation will never be flawed. Everything that the Matrix created will be flawed. Money will be flawed. Self-confidence will be flawed. Comparison will be flawed. Everything is flawed because it's something. We are doing the best we can with what we know. That's what the Matrix does. Now back to the question. Why does my room disappear when I leave it? The reason your room disappears when you leave it is something known as quantum superposition. Quantum superposition clearly states that everything that is material is immaterial. Everything that is physical is not physical. Everything that you see with mass actually doesn't have any mass. The things that create it are massless. We call them particles. What happens is it needs a power source to turn it on, which is an observer. The power source is someone looking at it, it turns on. Someone turns away, it turns off. So whenever you look at something, you turn it on into reality. When you take your attention away, you turn it off back into superposition. Superposition means that thing converts back down to its natural state, which is information of all possible outcomes in existence. So your room will go back into a state of superposition where your room exists in all different parts of the universe. Your room is in the Andromeda galaxy. Your room is in another dimension of string theory. Your room is actually no room. It's just particles. It disassembles itself. If you're a doppelganger is in another galaxy, the room comes into existence for them. But because you're the one with your frame of reference, the room is only paying attention to you. So when you leave, that's a superposition state. They call that a wave in physics, right? Wave means probabilities and possibilities. So now, when you come back, your room materializes from the wave into a particle. So everything will go from particle to wave. That's why your room disappears. Now you may be saying to me, damn man, this guy gotta be lying, because there's no way my room can disappear. There's no, because look, if I turn my head, what if I turn my head and I told someone to watch my room? How come the room doesn't disappear for them, but it disappears for me? Right? That's a good question, right? Does anyone may know the answer to that? Because you may say, I got you. I could just tell someone, hey, I'm going to turn my head away and tell me if my room disappears. Right? So the answer is, well, the room's not going to disappear for them, but it'll disappear for you. Anyone knows the answer why that happens? Exactly. Brooklyn got it. Wow, you guys are so intelligent, so smart. Because their reality is not your reality. Their reality, the room is still there. They're observing it, even though they're next to you. Remember, physics says particles can exist in the same space and time in different locations. A particle exists in multiple states at the same time. You've invited them into your game. Now, take someone out of the picture. You go do this real fast. Come back. Right? Well, here's what happens. You can never see the transition, man. It's impossible for you to see transition, because these things are happening at instantaneous occurrence, basically faster than the speed of light. Just like entanglement, when you put two particles away, they instantly can communicate across light. So your eyes can never detect the gaps. Don't even try to do it. It's never going to work. You're not going to see it. All you do when you turn around, you're going to see your room. You're not going to see any gaps in it. But if we go down into the micro world, we know this is actually happening because we observe the things that make up you and your room. And we know that when you look away, they collapse back down. So that literally says, yes, if I go this way, this part of my car disappears, this part of my view disappears, but even though you're seeing it, I come back, it comes back into my reference. That's the trippiest thing about the world of quantum physics, guys. It doesn't make sense to your brain. It can never make sense. You can never fully understand it because it's just going to throw you in a loop again. It's the most bizarre, it's the most baffling, the mind-blowing, whatever you want to call it. But you know what the beauty of it is? You know what it says? This, remember I told you in the beginning when I opened this live, I told you, what did I say to you? I said, everything you believe, everything you see, don't even take it serious. Don't even get stuck to it. Don't even get attached to it, because it is all can change and it's all going to weird you out instantly. The only thing that you should pay attention to is rendering what you want in this simulation. Use your consciousness and your attention to focus on what you want to experience in the game. That's all that matters. The inner workings of the game, you and I can never understand. It will bust your brain. It can make some people go crazy. It can make some people depressed. It can make some people anxious. So don't waste your time doing it. So yes, pick the illusion that favors you. Pick the game you want to participate in. That's what you do. You are here to participate or not participate. Whatever you're doing, you still participate. What if you see the opposite? The opposite of what? Oh yeah, all of you need to hear this. Someone said I need to hear this. All of you need to hear this. Can you see the reality of others? Yes and no. You can see projections of others in your dreams or in what you call a premonition, or a trance. But just because you see the reality, remember, reality is always changing, right? So it depends on the being. The being can change their reality at any time, but you can catch a screenshot of that. So you can see something that's predestined to happen. Well, okay, I got to take this away from you. There's actually no such thing as predestined, because everything that's happening is happening now. All right, so let's go into the next thing that will blow your mind. Time. In physics, there's a principle that's called the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. I won't go into details in that, but let me put it to you like this. In physics, it says there is no law that's preventing a particle from being both in the past, in the future, in the present, also being in the past, the future, and the present simultaneously, also being in the past, the present, and the future, not only simultaneously, but infinitely in other dimensions. That's physics, okay? So physics says also, there's part of physics that says actually there is no past, there is no future, there's actually even no present moment. So what are you experiencing? Some physics says you're experiencing entropy. So you're experiencing the unfolding of existence. And then what happens is your brain gives you the illusion of the present moment. This is something I haven't taught yet, but now I'm unveiling it to you. It gives you the illusion of a present moment. There's actually no such thing as the past, the future. So what we say, what do we call the present? The present basically means you're in the process of entropy or the unfolding. So that's what we call the present. Oh, I love that hat, man. Thank you. So I don't want to bust your brain though, so don't dig too deep in this. All I want to show you and share with you is that the only time that you can ever experience is the unfolding of this moment, and that's why we call it the present, here and now. But in physics, the here and now is just one perpetual, never-ending thing. It's not time. It's always here. Our brains are just making us see that. Also, physics says the universe exists like a block. Everything that happens, I think I did a video on this, but I'll use this, my thing here. So physics says this is the universe. This whole block here. This tablet. So this is the universe. Blocks. All of these points have different events of your life unfolding right now. Let's go over here. Let's zoom in over here. This is where you were in kindergarten. Okay? Let's move up a little bit. This is you in high school. You got married over here. Let's go over this side. You're a little older now. Oh, here you go. You're dead. Oh, let's go back. Oh, there you go. You're born. There's your birth. Wait a minute. Here's my birth and here's my death. Wait a minute. All of this is happening at the same time? That's what physics says. Okay? Remember now, you are in the block. So if you're in the block, I'm just moving back. You can't see your death. You know you're born, but you can't see your birth again. You can't see when you got married, right? But let me put the block like this. Now let's go above the block. I'm above the block where you are now. Oh, there's someone else that can see your entire timeline. Guess who that thing that can see your entire timeline is? Nope, it's not God. Who is it? Come on, tell me. Who can see your entire timeline? Yes, your higher self. So let's go again. This is your 3D self in the block. This is your higher self looking at the block. So now your higher self sees your birth. Let's go back. Your birth over here. Your death. So your higher self sees every pitfall that could possibly happen. So you know what your higher self says? It sends down a call. Hey man, don't take that job over there. Hey listen, go on the other side. Oh, thanks higher self. I'll go over here so I won't get hit by a car. Oh man, I will go over here because that accident will kill me, so I'll avoid that. But wait. It gets even more trippy than that. It gets more trippy than that. Let's go back. So by birth, middle school, high school, whatever, death, all on the same thing. Guess what can happen? It's not predestined. It's a blueprint. I can change the whole game thing up. My higher self can change the whole field up. So, okay, I was born here, but let's change it. You're going to be born here. But guess what? Where I was born still exists. Where I'm reborn is here. Okay, I made a decision to go to this school. Okay, but I'm going to this school. Oh, snap. I'm still at this school, and I'm still at this school. Oh, wait a minute. I died at this age. Well, I changed it. I died earlier. Oh, snap. I died over here, and I died over there, and it both happened at the same time. Okay, let's do it again. I changed that. I died way later. Okay, you died over here. Wait, Mark, does this block end? No, this block keeps going on infinite. Wait a minute. So I can make different realities of myself all in here? And then my higher self can control and see all of that stuff? Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I died I died 4 times? Actually, you died infinite amount of times. Wait a minute. How many times I was born? Infinite amount of times. Can I all see it now? Of course you can all see it now. Here's the magic of the universe, people. Information cannot be created or destroyed. It's storage somewhere out there. Nothing you put out ever goes away. Go ahead, delete something from your iPad or your phone. You think you delete it? It hasn't been deleted. It's just evaporated back into the field. It's still there in its raw data. If you had a super high advanced machine, you can re-scramble all the data and put them back. Will you know when you die? You will never know when you die. It's impossible to know when you die. The people will know when you die, but they won't even count because they don't exist in your world. As far as you're concerned, you won't know when you die. You'll only ever know when you're existing. You can't know when you die. The only thing you ever know is existence. Have you ever not existed? Do you know what it's like to not exist? I don't think so. You can't die. Your body, yes, dies, but the consciousness, and plus, by the way, it won't make any difference to you because you won't even know that you're this person again. The only way you'll ever get a glimpse of being the person you are right now is if somehow, somewhere else, you would do a past life regression, and then you find out you were this guy or this woman or this dog or this cat that lived 5,000 years ago in northern Australia or another country with another name that is not in this dimension. It's another parallel earth. Anyway, my point is I would just want to show you the complexity of manifesting, of how the universe works. Okay. Can someone predict the age of their death? Guys, let me show you something. Remember what this is, right? You're manifesting whatever you want to experience. So if you predict, someone says Neville Goddard predicted the age of his death, 67, so young. Well, of course you can do that because the game is rendered by you. You can predict whatever you want because your conscience is streaming it. So be careful with your predictions. Okay. You understand what I'm saying, showing you? The main point is, guys, it's time for you to wake up, free yourself from the limitation you're stuck in. Because you have immense power to change and alter the field. That's the main point of this stuff. It should just make you see things and think differently and start to become what you truly came here to become. Okay? There's a lot of stuff that we don't know. We know more what we don't know than what we do know. What to manifest anything in your life is to put the attention on what it is you want, and to act from a state like you don't care about it too much. Act from a state like you know it's supposed to happen, and then move on to something else. That's how you manifest more efficiently. When you want something in your life, see it, declare it, visualize it, expect it, let it go, move on to something else, and it comes into your world. That's how you manifest. Anything you see in your 3D world, opposite, regular, it's all moving for your version to experience it. A version of you, yes, exists in all dimensions right now. But here's the thing, the thing about the parallel versions of yourself people misunderstand is the version of Mark that lives somewhere else in another dimension doesn't know about me, or he may know about me like I know about him, like you know about you, but they think that they're their own unique personality. They don't have any idea about you. They just think they are themselves by themselves. Now, what you can do, so how do you tap into what people call your future self, right? Or they call it quantum shifting or quantum jumping. Well, there's a unique loophole in this field. And the loophole says that any conscious being or any conscious entity are always connected. So that literally means that there is a subconscious or a collective subconscious connection with all the eternal, infinite consciousness of who you are. So every possible version of your infinite self you are connected to on a non-physical, conscious, subconscious level. So that means you can still go and eavesdrop and download your version of your successful self, how they did and how they became successful. Like say one of your successful self was a great entrepreneur or business person. That version exists. One of your future self, parallel selves, was really good at making money, but you're not. You can go and stream into their consciousness and pick up what attitude, what secrets, what mindset, what persona, what did they do to achieve that stuff, and you could stream from there into your framework, download it into yourself, and do what they've done in this world. There's a guy that did that, his name was Burt Goldman. I think he called it quantum jumping, where he was 88 or 87. This guy learned like 5 languages. He ran a marathon at 89, something like that. He played the piano he never played before. He learned like 7 languages, and he did this by going into like his parallel self and picking up all that stuff. His name is Burt Goldman. I think he's dead now, but he was a fascinating story. He developed something called quantum shift, quantum jump, whatever. But the main point is that this is happening, and this is stuff that they're not gonna put in the mainstream and teach you, by the way. So you see what I'm saying? So of course not. Of course it's not gonna be on your For You page. Come on, man. Who wants you to know that you can be the best version of yourself? Who wants you to succeed? Only you gotta want you to succeed. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to become a powerhouse. So of course you're never going to see this, so you better wake up. Someone's asking me, well, why isn't this taught more? Come on, really? Look at the world you live in. Is there any let's look at the news. I'm going to ask you, why isn't there good news on the news? Why is the news only bad news? Why there's so much great things happening in the world? Why don't we broadcast that stuff? I think you know what's going on. Anyway, keep that in mind. That's what I want to leave you with today. And I'll see you again next time.